Okay, are you ready for this? Gdragon is back. I still can't believe it. A new single after 7 years. K-pop fans are losing their minds right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, even if you're not super into K-pop, you've got to know gdragon.
For sure.
Leader of BIGBANG, basically K-pop royalty.
Yeah, that's right.
Huge. And his solo career is just as big.
Yeah.
He is a true innovator, music and fashion. And, you know, he was so influential in bringing K-pop to the rest of the world, so this is kind of a big deal.
I mean, we're talking Diplo, Missy Elliott, collabs with, like, the biggest names in music.
Exactly.
And always pushing boundaries, style, sound, everything.
Totally.
So this new release, I gotta know, why the long wait? And what's he saying with this new track? Like, what's the message?
Okay, so the new single, it's called Power.
Oh, love it.
And it dropped, like, literally today.
It is fire. You know, it's got that driving beat, his signature rap versus just pure G-Dragon energy. Okay, can we play a little snippet? I gotta share this.
Yes, let's hear it.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm hyped already.
Right. And those opening lyrics. Come on. Guess who's back? It's your boy, GD. He's making a statement for sure.
Oh, absolutely. No holding back.
No holding back.
And you know what makes this comeback even more interesting is what happened last year. Gdragon left YG Entertainment, the label that he was with for over 20 years.
Wow, yeah.
So Power is his first release since then, and he's partnered with Galaxy Corporation and Empire.
Empire, the label that works with Shabuzi?
Yes.
That's a really interesting move. Seems like going indie is giving him so much creative freedom.
I think so, yeah. And it really makes you think about the theme of the song, right? Power. Gdragon said it's about the power of media and how all these different types of power, they all kind of like blend together and sometimes clash.
It's super complex.
It is. And knowing how intentional he is with his music, I think there are like layers to this theme, you know? It's going way deeper than what you see on the surface.
I mean, he kind of hinted at this on that Korean show, You Quiz on the Block, right?
Right.
He was talking about how music gives him strength and how taking that 7-year break really changed his perspective on the whole influence of media.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes Power so fascinating. You have the super high energy, almost defiant sound, but then there's this like really thoughtful message underneath it, all about like the big forces that are shaping our world, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
This isn't the first time he's used music to talk about complex social issues either.
Oh, absolutely not. This is an artist who's worked with Chanel, Nike. He's got his own streetwear brand, Piesman Ison. His influence goes way beyond music. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's huge.
Did you see that Instagram live he did, by the way? The one where he gave a sneak peek of Power performing it live from the studio?
Oh, that was so cool.
I know.
I think it just shows how much he loves his fans, how excited he is to be sharing his music again.
Totally. They've been waiting so long, and he's giving them something really special.
And speaking of giving the fans what they want, he's performing at the Mama Awards in Japan. November 23rd. Mark your calendars.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
First time performing there, almost 10 years, so you know it's going to be epic.
Legendary.
Yeah.
And he's also partnered with Tencent Music Entertainment Group for his upcoming tour.
Oh, right.
It's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's putting his music in front of a global audience.
Yeah, it is. It's incredible to see how he's using his platform to connect with fans all over the world.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It feels like we're at the start of like a whole new chapter for Gdragon, you know? What do you think?
Oh, for sure. And Power is just the beginning, right? It makes you wonder what else he's got up his sleeve, what he's going to do next.
Right. I mean, he's never been afraid to experiment.
Never.
Always pushing boundaries.
You know, for anyone listening who maybe isn't as familiar with his music, how would you describe, like, his signature sounds? What makes Gdragon?
That's a great question. I think one thing that always stands out to me is his ability to blend genres, you know? It's like hip-hop, electronic, pop, even rock influences sometimes, and it all comes together in this sound that's so uniquely him.
And there's that contrast, too. Like, you'll be dancing to this catchy beat.
Oh, yeah.
And then, bam, he hits you with these deep, introspective lyrics that just make you stop and think.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like, that duality is reflected in his persona, too. He's this global fashion icon, larger than life.
Right.
But then in his music, he's really open about his struggles, his vulnerabilities. I think that's what makes him so relatable.
Yeah.
Fans all over the world connect with that honesty.
It's that authenticity.
Exactly.
That just makes him so compelling.
He's not just performing, he's like sharing his real self.
And that's why this comeback feels so powerful.
I think so too.
You know, he's been through a lot. these past few years, personally, professionally.
Definitely.
This feels like a rebirth, like a chance for him to redefine himself and his art on his own terms.
Yeah, absolutely. And the energy and power, it's contagious. I can't wait to hear the full album when it drops.
Oh, me neither. I'm so curious to see what direction he takes it in.
Think about the ripple effect this could have on K-pop. I mean, he's always been a trendsetter.
Always.
If he's going in this bold, independent direction, it could inspire other artists to do the same,
Yeah.
Break free, forge their own paths.
This could be like a major turning point, not just for gdragon,
Right.
but for the future of K-pop. It's so exciting.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. What are you most excited to see from him in this new era?
Ooh, good question. Honestly, I'm just excited to see how he continues to evolve. He never stays in the same lane for too long.
Oh, no.
I think we're going to see more experimentation, more unexpected collabs, and just like more of that raw honesty that makes his music so powerful.
I love that. And for all the G-Dragon fans out there listening, what should they be paying attention to as this new era unfolds? What do you think?
That's a great question for the fans. I think it's important to pay attention to the layers. Don't just focus on the beat. Listen to the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
Think about the meaning behind the words. Look for the symbolism in his videos.
There's always something deeper to uncover, right?
Yes. There's always more to discover.
It's like a treasure hunt.
Right. So, speaking of things to look forward to, that Mama Awards performance in November.
Oh, yeah.
His first time performing at the awards show in almost a decade.
Legendary. It's going to be legendary.
I have a feeling this is going to be one of those performances that people talk about for years.
I think you're right.
Knowing G-Dragon, he's going to pull out all the stops, like full spectacle.
100%.
And then there's the tour. That partnership with Tencent Music Entertainment Group, that's a big deal.
Oh, it's massive.
It's reaching a whole new audience.
It is.
Okay, so we've got Power, the Mama Awards, the tour. Anything else we should be on the lookout for? Anything you've heard?
Well, there's been no official announcement yet, but I'm pretty sure a full album is on the way.
A full album. I can't even imagine. That's huge.
I know, right? And based on the energy of Power, those thought-provoking lyrics. Oh, yeah.
Like, it makes you wonder, is this a hint of a whole new sound for him?
Maybe. I mean, G-Dragon's always been about evolving, pushing his own creative boundaries.
Sure.
Power feels like such a statement. You know what I mean? Like a declaration of independence, musically, professionally.
Yeah.
This could be his most experimental era yet.
I love that. You just never know what he's going to do next.
Look.
This could be a turning point, not just for G-Dragon, but for K-pop in general.
Oh, totally. He's always been such a trendsetter.
Always.
If he's embracing this bold, independent path,
Yeah.
who knows? Other artists might be inspired to do the same, Break free, find their own sound.
Absolutely. That would be amazing to see, like a new wave of creativity across the genre.
That's so exciting to think about.
It is, right? Power is just the beginning, and knowing him, there's so much more to come.
I have a feeling this is going to be an amazing journey. So everyone listening, buckle up because G-Dragon is back, and he's not holding anything back.